there is life in death. Death, I know, is a very mysterious and intriguing subject for us all. And of course, it's an ultimate reality. But why? Why do we consider death as the only one-time life event? Why do we consider birth and death as the two subjects that happen with all of us, but only once in a journey? Why we don't consider these two forces as a continuous forces? Aren't we dying and taking rebirth every moment? Aren't our outdated versions, our ideas, our skills, our thoughts are dying? And new version of yourself, transformed version, updated version, new skills, profound thoughts are taking birth every other moment. Isn't it the way that before you taste life, you have to taste death? Isn't it the way that before love prospers, hate has to die? Before peace exists, war has to end? Isn't it the way that before humanity prospers, we have to win over our ego? I know, standing here after going through all the transformation, my share of failures, it's easy to say this. My younger self would not have believed on this perspective. My younger self would have believed death as the ultimate end, not as something, a force which helps you transform and become who you are today. My younger self, while going through a transformative journey, would have cried and said, "How I wish my next hour to be death hour. How I wish my next hour to be a death hour. For the friends I had turned sour. The dreams I had no more give me power. The future is filled, but with the scenes of horror. I don't think I'm worthy living another tomorrow. I don't think that I'm worthy living another tomorrow. Am I talking like a moral? But who is this moral? Is it just me? No. It's you, it's me, it's every artist, every successful leader today, it's all of us. Because all of us goes through a journey at one point in our life, even now, where whenever there is a ruffle in a feather, we all feel that it's over. We all feel that we play a victimization card. We all feel that we don't have that skill, that capacity to realize our dreams. We indulge in a belief that we lack courage. We lack courage to sail through the darkness. And we consider that it's easy and better to end and embrace death physically than to keep hustling mentally. We consider it to be the mental hustle to be a fruitless battle, because सब कुछ दिखाई नहीं दे रहा होता। किसी मशहूर शायर ने कहा था, जब से सुना है मरने में है जिंदगी, जब से सुना है मरने में है जिंदगी, सर पर कफन बांध कातिल को ढूंढते हैं। This is higher self romanticizing death, and here we are afraid of it. Afraid of embracing change. Why? Because we are humans. We think that life, we like to relish the idea that we have life in our control. We want to keep it under our control. We feel that life will act and react according to our expectations. But this is not a thing. It's us who has to match the pace with the life. It's us who has to follow its speed and flow, not the otherwise. If you fail to embrace your transformation journey, you fail to embrace that depth that your higher self requires, you will sooner or later become irrelevant. Take for example the emergence of AI. If you will keep putting it on abeyance, if you will keep ignoring and stop yourself from indulging and interacting with it, world will go ahead, much ahead, and you will keep sitting and wringing your hands and thinking whether I should adopt this transformation or not. So it's really important to embrace that death if you have to stay relevant in this contemporary world. What do you think is the greatest force behind every creation, every transformation, and every success story? I know. Most of us will say it's necessity. यही पढ़ा अभी तक. But I call death, ending, transformation to be the greatest force behind every success and behind every creation. A writer can't write, a singer can't sing, a painter can't paint, a director can't deliver a popular hit until and unless there is something that is wrenching his heart with the pain. Until and unless there is a nagging feeling, there is an emotion that needs a release. When I completed my school, me and my best friend, we chose really different paths. She shifted to another city, and at that time I used to feel like, I used to feel hurt that she has made new friends, she doesn't even bother to check upon me. I know we all felt this while we left school and we came to the college. Now at that time, and as we see that distance creates a difference also, and the friendships died in natural death, and even my friendship died in natural death. When we parted ways, distance came in, difference came in, and the friendship died its natural death. But that separation created a void in my heart, and that void inspired me to write the very first poem I have ever written in my life. And that's how I discovered a poet in myself. Had that separation had not happened, had that death of friendship had not happened, a poet would not have born. Today, I have a collection of almost 300 poems in my store. They would not have been a reality had I not embraced a death with open arms. Now coming to failure and art. Art I call a healer and a healing. Because artists embrace death. That's how they create. Now coming to failure. Failure is also another name for death, and success a rebirth. Especially in this contemporary world, we humans are programmed for instant likes, instant comments. That's why we also think that even success is instant, and it has to be instant. We are looking for instant results, but that's not how a transformation journey goes. Last year, I went through a very turbulent emotional phase. Why? Because my career was not making sense to me. That time, my breath was heavy. I choked. I panicked. The desire of my heart is burdening, I thought. Like ostrich, I buried my eyes. I held tight to the comfort jacket I adore, juggling between the life and death I want. Universe took me on a sleepwalk. Ripped off the jacket I had outgrown. There was death, and air easily flowed in the hour of newborn. So see, when you step into a journey, when you embrace your bad fate with a faith that something productive and something beautiful is going to come out of it, you actually relish it. You actually relish the result. And if you don't choose the transformation journey for yourself, if you don't embrace it yourself, you will be defying the rules of nature, because nature and universe are constantly undergoing death and birth. A cocoon has to die before a butterfly is born. A river has to die before an ocean is born. A girl has to die before a woman is born. So see, if the universe can't escape this death and life cycle, how can you think that you can escape it and become something beautiful without having to undergo the death? Imagine Virat Kohli giving up after missing his first ball. Diljit Dosanjh, the global icon, giving up singing after his first flop show. J.K. Rowling giving up the idea of Harry Potter after facing the first rejection. We would not have been enjoying the incredible things we today have had they not accepted that rejection, that transformation death phase with the faith and positivity. So you see, pain never comes alone. It brings with it a chance to explore your own self utterly ignored. The hidden treasures of your soul you never had inkling before. Put an end to feeling its soul. It's not a punishment for a wrong, but a chance for you to grow and be strong. And at last, because we are having college students here and I am also Gen Z और contemporary world की बात हो रही है तो बिना Gen Z की बात नहीं हो सकती है. Gen Z की लाइफ में दो ही प्रॉब्लम्स है, करियर, दूसरा ब्रेकअप. दोनों ही चीजें बहुत दर्द देती है. आई नो दैट, बट झेलना है ना. इसके आगे बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल, बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग सेल्फ ट्रांसफॉर्मेटिव जर्नी दिखती है आपको. आई वॉन्ट एवरी वन ऑफ यू टू इमेजिन वो सेल्फ, फ्यूचर स्ट्रॉन्गर सेल्फ जो आप अपने देखना चाहते हो, वो सेल्फ जो आपकी इस सेल्फ को, जिससे आप बाहर निकल के कुछ बनना चाहते हो, उसको ये बोल रही है एक रोज. ये फ्यूचर सेल्फ इस सेल्फ को बोल रही है एक रोज हम तुम्हारी मुराद भी होंगे और आस भी, मगर पास नहीं क्योंकि वो बदल चुकी है. एक रोज हम तुम्हारी आस भी होंगे और मुराद भी, मगर पास नहीं. फिर करना तुम मुझे इस रोज मोहब्बत. इस रोज नफरत पैगाम काफी है, दीदारे तड़प तुम्हारे हिस्से की, ए आलम अभी बाकी है.